Hey, hi, how are you? Thank you so much for being here today. If you're new here, my name is Marjorie, and if you're not new here, my name is still Marjorie, and this is Marjorie Made. Today, I'm going to be doing my end of year 2023 WIP Parade. I have 50 WIPs, 50, to show y'all today. I'm so excited to kind of go over everything I've been working on in this last year and show you what's been going on. I know that WIP parades bring in a lot of new people or people who may have not watched my channel. So I'll do a little intro here. My name is Marjorie. I am 27 years old. I live in Northwest Arkansas and I've been stitching since, I'll say, August of 2022. So I had tried stitching in the beginning of 2022 and I did like one little project and then didn't really think about it again until August. And August is when I found Flosstube and, you know, my world just exploded really with cross stitch. So I have been stitching for, we'll say, a year and a half at this point, and I have been on Flosstube here since the beginning of December 2022. So I've been on Flosstube for about a year, stitching for about a year and a half. Like I said, I live in Northwest Arkansas. I am married with, I call it a horde of animals. I have dogs and cats, and it's just, you know, a never-ending adventure around here. But other than cross stitch, I enjoy other crafting. I sew, I crochet, and I also really like to read. So if you're interested in any of those things, feel free to give me a follow. I do talk about crochet and books in my regular videos towards the end of the video. So if you want to follow along with my cross stitch or my other crafting, please subscribe. I would love to have you here. So let's just get started. Like I said, I have 50 projects to show y'all today. My first full year of stitching in 2023 was an adventure, to say the least. I started over 40 projects this year, which is a lot. So I do have some WIPs from 2022 to show y'all, but most of them are from 2023. And I'll kind of go over it by year so that y'all can keep up with it that way. All right, let's start with our 2022 projects. My oldest WIP is going to be, I always forget. I know it as the Bonker S. This is by Barbara Anna. I know it has a different name now after the SAL was completed, but nevertheless, I will always refer to it as Bonkers because that's what it was. This is stitched on 28 count Whisper Lugana. I started this on September 16th, 2022, and we're sitting at about 62% complete. This is one of my priority projects for 2024. I want to get it finished. I'm more than halfway done. I feel like that'll be an easy goal to reach. So this is my oldest WIP, and I'll have it finished this year. Mark my words. Actually don't, because you never know. I don't plan too strictly because things change, and I like setting goals and like completing them. So I don't want to give myself too many expectations. But that is one of my top 12 projects for 2023. Or no, 2024. It's January 2nd. I'm still getting used to saying it's 2024. Okay. My second WIP is Miss Solar Ellipse. This is by Nora Corbett. I started this on November 5th, 2022. I don't know the percentage of this complete because it's a paper chart, but I feel like I'm more than halfway. Like, I just have to fill out the bottom of her skirt and do some beading and back stitch. But cross stitch wise, I think I'm probably more than 50% done. This is a memorial piece for my dear cousin who we lost a couple Mays ago. So anyway, it's so beautiful. I can't wait to have it finished. It really is just so pretty. And this is stitched on 32 count cream Lugana. The next WIP I have to show you is Every Season. This is by Tiny Modernist. I started this November 8th of 2022, and it's stitched on 32 count water lily linen. I really, really love this one. I'm just obsessed. I do think this year I want to work on this more like within season, because each of these little quadrants represents a season. So I kind of want to pull this out and just work on it throughout the year in whatever season that it's in. These colors are just so pretty and so bright. I definitely need to work on this more. I'm probably going to say that with a lot of projects, because having as many WIPs as I do, you kind of like lose sight of some of them, and pulling everything out and looking at it has really like inspired me. And I am limiting my starts for 2024 just to get more progress in on my current WIPs. So I'm really, really excited to just like show some love to these projects. The next project is the Victorian Mansion. This is by Dimensions. It was a Dimensions kit that I started on November 28th of 2022. It stood on the 18 count navy Ada that's in the kit. And this is where I'm at. I originally was stitching this in hand using the sewing method, but this Ada is just so stiff and I didn't like working on it that way. I almost UFO'd or restarted on a separate fabric, but I think next time I pull this out, I'm going to just put it in like a Q-snap or a hoop. And then maybe I'll enjoy working on it a little bit more, but it is gorgeous, and the colors, like, it just looks so pretty. And pulling it out and looking at it really makes me want to work on it again. I just have to have enough separation from remembering how awful it was to work on. But no, it is really pretty. So hopefully 2024 I'll be able to get a little bit more done on this. The next project I have to show y'all is At the Easel. This is a full coverage charted by Artisy. I started this November 28th of 2022, and I'm a little bit over 25% done with it. About a quarter of a way. This is stitched on 28 count Easy Grid Lugana. I'm stitching 1/2 tint stitch for this. I absolutely love this. It is so pretty. I definitely want to get more into this year. I was doing pretty good in the beginning of the year, but then I kind of just got off my full coverage kick and haven't really worked on it. But just looking at it now, I love it so much. This is my first full coverage project, and I adore it. I think it's beautiful. I really want to get over here to like the lady in the easel, but I know that like that's the part I'm looking forward to the most. So I think from here I'm gonna move down and do this quarter, and then this quarter, and then this quarter. So oh, it's so pretty. Next up is Good Intentions. This is by Kathy Barrick. I started this on November 29th, 2022, and it is stitched on 32 count River Willow linen. I love this so much. I'm doing a DMC conversion for this, except for that rust and that yellow color. I got the MPI silks for those. And this fabric is just absolutely gorgeous with these colors. This is also one of my priority projects for 2024. I plan to finish this one. Next, we're going to get into a Barbara Anna, which of that I have several. That first one was Barbara Anna, but then I have several more, but you'll see. Anyway, this is Winged Dreams by Barbara Anna. This is on 32 count Ancient Ruin by Fox and Rabbit. 13.9% done, and I started this November 30th of 2022. This is just so pretty. Those colors on this gray. This is one of my 6 for 26. So every year around my birthday leading up to it, I start a new project. or a certain number of new projects. Obviously 6 for 26. This year I did 7 for 27. And if you could guess, next year I'm doing 8 for 28. So yeah, the first year I did it, my 6 for 26, I did the 6 days leading up to my birthday. Well, I guess 5, and then I had a birthday start. So I only got like 1 day on most of those projects. And so this year, throughout the month of November, I started 7 for 27 leading up to my birthday. And I liked that more because I was able to spend more time with those projects rather than just 1 day, you know? So I think that's what I'll do this year also for 8 for 28, is I'll start in November and then work my way towards the beginning of December when my birthday is. So the next one is also a Barbara Anna. This is Floral Dreams. I'm a little bit further on this one. It's really exciting. This is done on 25 count Pacific Metallic Lugana. So we are opalescent. We got some sparkles. I started this December 1st and I'm 72.7% done with this. So really I just have to come up and do some more flowers up here. This is also a priority finish for this year. I don't have much left and it is gorgeous. Oh my god, it's so pretty. I absolutely love this. These colors, this fabric. This is the called for, which is why it's on 25 count, which seems a little outrageous, but I mean, these stitches are just so big and lush and beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I cannot wait to have this finished and framed. Oh my god. I love it. All right, so that's Floral Dreams by Barbara Anna. Next up is Christmas Cat by Satsuma Street. This is done on a 14 count red Aida. And I started this December 2nd of 2022. I don't have much done on this. I don't think I touched this year. So if you watched my last WIP Parade, it looks exactly the same. I had some ambitious goals for this December and wasn't able to pull this out, but I think I'm gonna do Christmas in July this year, and since I'm not doing any new starts, I will be working on this in July, so keep an eye out if you want to see more of this. I do love this red fabric. I'm really excited to work my way up. This is a lot more stitching than I originally thought. Just looking at the cover image, I'm really bad at like determining how much a piece is like stitch wise, and this is a paper chart also, so I don't really have the stats on that. But yeah, I have 2 Siamese boys. They are I just love them so much. They're so cute. And so when I saw a little Siamese cat and it was Christmas, I was like, okay, I'll start it. Absolutely love it. I'm probably saying that with every WIP. I do absolutely love all my WIPs, okay? So the next start is my birthday WIP of 2022. I started this December 3rd. This is the Floral Motif Sampler. And I'm stitching this on 36 count ballet slipper. My bad. I really, really love the colors in this one. I'll say this is like my first big like kit up purchase that I ever made. I bought this ahead of time. And I stitched it up at my L&S with the pattern, all the fancy floss, and this gorgeous fabric. I worked on this a couple of days this year, and it was so much fun just to get little finishes. Like, it felt like each little flower was a little finish. Absolutely stunning. So, this isn't a priority just yet. The way that I am structuring my 2024 stitching is I have 12 categories, and so each of those categories has a priority project in it. And so once I finish one of my priority projects, another one will be slated in its place that's in that category. And so technically this could fit into my 6 for 26 or my sampler category. I think I also have a big project category that this could go into, but I definitely want to get more progress in on this year because it really is just so stunning. Next up is my last 2022 WIP. This is Dreaming Miss Claus by Brianna. This is done on 32 count Lugana. I don't really know the color. I'm sorry. I want to say it might be the called for or very similar. For the most part, my earlier WIPs are with the called for or something that's very comparable to that. I wasn't really branching out and doing my own thing. I do know that the Good Intentions by Kathy Barrick, that green fabric, is not anywhere near the called for. I just saw that at my LNS and it was really pretty, so that's why I did that. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I started this December 5th of 2022. With seasonal pieces, I'm like really bad about working on them like outside of season. So I don't really have a lot of progress on this, and that's okay. I do enjoy pulling it out every now and again. And like I said, Christmas in July, I'll probably get this out and work on it. All right, we're gonna move into my 2023 starts. There are 38 total, which really isn't bad compared to how many I started this year. So, oh my God. So 2023, I had a very ambitious new year, new start. The plan was to finish this in 2023, that of which I didn't do. If you've been following along with my channel, I had a very lofty goal of starting and finishing Fruits of Plenty by Modern Folk Embroidery. However, that did not happen, and that didn't even get close to happening. I was very good for like the first part of the year and I stayed caught up, but it's about 4,000 stitches a month to finish this in a year, and that just wasn't realistic with my schedule and like all the other stuff I wanted to do. So I kind of gave myself a break on it, and I'm ramped up to keep going in 2024 on this project. I'm 33% done with this. Let me. So this is where I'm at. This is done on 32 count natural silver Belfast. It says natural because it's a neutral fabric, but I don't know. It's really hard to capture. There is a very subtle silver sparkle to this fabric. It's very, very beautiful. And I'm just using 2 colors of DMC. Absolutely stunning. This project is phenomenal. It's just so much. It's huge. I mean, this is the full width of the project, and like I said, I'm only a third done. So yeah, that's a lot. It's so pretty though. I cannot wait to have this hung up on my wall. Are you joking? I started this January 1st 2023. I just adore it. I'm like not mad that it's going to be a long-term project because I genuinely do love working on it. I just have to show myself grace and like be kind with myself when it comes to setting goals with this project, because it did cause me a lot of stress last year. And this is a hobby and it's supposed to be fun. So even if it takes me more than 1 year or 2 years or 3 years to finish this, that's okay. I enjoy working on it and it's beautiful and it'll get done eventually. So this is Fruits of Plenty. My next WIP is Strawberry Cow by Tiny Modernist. I don't know where that is. I know it's somewhere, but it's just like this little tiny project. And I only have the black border done, so there's really not much to show. But I just wanted to mention that since it is in my WIP list. The next WIP up is a Love Bug Sampler. This is by Sprouting Lupine. I started this February 1st for my first ever sal that I hosted. It was #LoveBugSal. And that was so much fun and just such a great experience to start my own sal for the first time. Like, it was just so fun. I'm doing this on 32 count dark olive Lugana. I am 54% done with this. And I am making this a priority in February to try and get her finished. I'm halfway done. I can totally do it. These colors are stunning, beautiful, gorgeous, especially on this green fabric. I'm loving it. Sprouting Lupine does have a Mushroom Valentine project, And then recently she just posted her 2024 version, and it has a beautiful pink moth on it. It is beautiful. It is so beautiful. I'm trying so hard to be good because, like I said, I'm trying to limit my starts and my purchasing for 2024. And she just came out of the work January 1st, testing my willpower. But essentially, like, I want to finish this and then start the mushroom. And then once I finish the mushroom, then do that one. I have all the time in the world and more than enough projects, so I'm going to try and hold off. But it is so gorgeous. If you don't follow Sprouting Lupine, I highly recommend checking her out on Instagram. And I think her patterns are for sale on Etsy. So highly, highly recommend. Just stunning, beautiful. And I just love, like, how there's little sections you can do and kind of set those kind of goals. But anyway, I want to try and finish this in February. Wouldn't that be so cool? Anyway, love this. I'm just gonna say that after everyone. Next project is another full coverage. This is Bellamy, charted by the Sewing Shop. I started this March 1st of 2023 with my friend Hannah for hashtag Rip My Whip Sale. The Sewing Shop had some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful projects and patterns. So we decided to do a Sewing Shop specific stitch along where you started a full coverage, which I don't think we limited it to the Sewing Shop, but we highly encouraged everyone to go check her out. It's done by Kaylee Tent Stitch. So it was really fun. We had a lot of people joining in, and I don't know, it was great. This is my progress on that. I'm 3.7% done, and this is done on 28 count easy grid even weave. Again, 2/1 tent stitch. It's my preferred full coverage method. So beautiful, gorgeous. I'm so excited to, like, get further down and get into some of those pinks. Are you joking? As you'll see, I'm a pink girly. It's my favorite color. So I actually skipped one. I think I might have deleted it from my Notion template actually on accident. So the next one I have to show y'all is the Missbell Sampler. This is charted by Hemlock and Rye. I started this February 15th of 2023. I'm doing it on 36 count Oaken by Picture This Plus. And this is where I'm at. Let me figure out the percentage done. I'm so sorry. I deleted it. All right, I'm 3.26% done with this. At about 679 stitches. Just a wee bit, This is my first 1/2 project. I normally work with 2 strands of floss regardless of the count. But this was the first one I decided to do 1/2, and I do love it. These flosses are absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love this project, and this fabric is just, it's beautiful. I love these colors. I forget until I pull it out, like, just how stunning this is. I'm not really a fan of border stitching. It gets boring to me. Well, not boring, I guess monotonous. So I think my plan with all these, like, borders that I have is stitching some of the border and then some of the center and some of the border and some of the center. And that way I can try and keep it interesting. Next up is Wings of the Dove. This is by Modern Folk Embroidery, who I just love. I do have, I think, like 3 or 4 Modern Folk Embroidery WIPs. So we love Jacob and everything he does. It's incredible. I started this March 16th of 2023, and I'm using Cameron from Cam the Stitcher's Pink on Pink conversion. She's doing Beatrix Potter with this combo, but I decided to do this project with it. I love pink, and so I absolutely had to start. This is Pink Tourmaline by Dinky Dyes on 40 count Peony Linen by Fiber on a Whim. I am 2.2% done on this, and this is one of my priority projects for 2024. Not a finish, probably not, but I definitely want to get some more work done on this year. It's just so pretty. This combo is delicious. And this is my first 40 count project. Which maybe that's why I don't have more work done on it. Like, I wasn't very confident working on 40 count. It's still like new to me, but I feel like I have better lighting now and that this won't be so intimidating. Next up is kind of embarrassing. I have Rose Quaker. This is by Weinberg. I think that's how you pronounce that. Weinberg Designs. Beautiful, gorgeous project. I'm doing my own full color conversion using just stash that I had, stash floss. And I think that's why I don't have more done, is I was a little overwhelmed by where I was gonna put everything and like where was it gonna go. I did a rough plan, but anyway, I think that's what's holding me up on this. I only worked on this for one day. I'd considered UFOing this. I thought I was not gonna work on it anymore. But the more I looked at it and the more I looked at other people's WIPs of this, like, it's so gorgeous. And so I think I'm just gonna like push through and try and work on it a little bit more this year. I started this April 17th, and this is done on 36 count crypt cloth, which is a gorgeous fabric that I bought specifically for this project. So I didn't even finish one motif. This is one of my Pickle Whip projects for January, which Pickle Whip is a game that I started last year, where I have different prompts, and so I pick a prompt and find a project that fulfills that. I normally do that in my Flosstube videos, but for 2024 I will be posting on both Instagram and the YouTube community tab. So if you want to play along with Pickle Whip, it's really fun. It's really like low key, like no pressure. You kind of make your own rules and set your own goals, but if you're interested in following along with that, check out my Instagram, which is Marjorie Made Stitches. So hopefully this January, which the prompt was intimidating. So yeah, this is very intimidating to me. My first like full color conversion that I'm doing myself. So this is my intimidating project for January, Pickle Whip. So hopefully we'll see some progress on that one. My next project is a fun one. This is Opal by Carolyn Manning. Started May 1st for hashtag Manning May. Me and some of my girlies. We have Bridget, the museum stitcher, Megan, the Seattle stitcher, and Cameron, Cam, the stitcher. We all started a start along, stitch along for Carolyn Manning Designs this May, our first annual. I'm really excited to continue this year. Anyway, so everyone started a Carolyn Manning. We had a lot of people join in. Like, it really blew up, and it was so much fun to see all the things that people were starting or WIPs that they were working on. I started Opal. I'm about 3.9% done with this. However, I have plans for this. I do love this style of stitching. I think it's really, it's fun and like relaxing and kind of meditative. However, this project is huge. Like, almost, I want to say like almost 40,000, like 30 to 40,000 stitches, which is a lot. And as much as I love this, I don't think I'll ever finish it like at this rate. So I'm going to restart this in the center because the colors in the center are really what drew me to the project. Like, I just really love that, the way it looks. So I think I'm going to do a center start and just kind of work my way out until like I'm comfortable and I like the end product, and then make it either like a pillow or just like a little like a wall hanging maybe. So maybe just lowering this down to maybe like a 100 by 100 or something along those lines. I haven't really thought it out yet, but this is where it stands right now. Who knows, I might continue this. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet, but it's in my WIP list, so I wanted to show y'all. Next up is the Vanity Sampler by Hello from Liz Matthews. I am doing Cam the Stitcher's goth conversion for this. So Cameron did a full Vanity Sampler goth conversion, and it is beautiful. It's amazing. Pinks and purples and grays, and like it's just incredible. So obviously I had to start it. I'm doing this on 18 count Kunzite Ada from Fiber on a Whim. 3% done. And I started this on May 20th, 2023. just a little bit, just a little bit. But these colors are really just so dreamy. And I absolutely love this project. And Cameron is a genius. Next up is the Black Butterfly Sampler. This is by Shaded Stitchery. I started this June 4th. We started this for Bridgen's, one of her anniversaries. I don't know if it was Flosstube or Stitching anniversary. I don't remember. I'm so bad. I need to make a note of that. But anyway, she picked a project. We all started it. It is called the Black Butterfly Sampler, but I'm doing it in green. And I'm only doing half of the pattern. So there's half of the butterflies and half of the alphabet. I just decided to do the half of the butterflies. So as it stands, I think it says I'm 63% done, but I had marked off half that I wasn't doing. So I don't think I'm 63% into my half, if that makes sense. But I'm doing this on just a stash piece of fabric I found. I don't know the count. I don't know anything. It is Ada. And I'm using a Color and Cotton Floss of the Month floss. I think it's called I Love You, You Idiot. And it's just kind of like a sagey light green. It's really, really pretty. I love this so much. Next up is my Pride Start for 2023. This is Flower Power by Ink Circles. I did a full lesbian pride flag conversion for this. So the beautiful oranges and whites and purples that flag is, it's stunning. This is where I'm at with it. This is done on 16 count chalkboard black Ada. 7.4% complete. And I started this June 12th of 2023. So as you can tell, this is the center, which is the darkest orange. And then we're going to go out to the next orange, the lightest orange, white, and then the purple. So it'll be a gradient throughout. And this is just a stunning, stunning like, look how pretty that is. I need to work on this more. As really with all my projects, I need to work on them more, but this one's so fun and I just love the whole idea I have for my conversion. But that's Flower Power. The next start was also a start for June. This was my anniversary start. Me and my wife got married on June 28th. So this was started June 26th. This is the Rolodex Morning Sampler by Bendy Stitchy on 16 count Spooky Hollow Ada by Fabric Flair. I think this fabric is so fun. It is a printed Ada. But I thought it just was going to be so pretty with the whole graveyard situation. And I'm using the paper pattern, so I don't really know how many stitches this is, but I got me a good little chunk done. I think I started this in June and worked on it in June and then never worked on it again. Oh my gosh. I just get so wrapped up. I get like squirrel brain when it comes to like cross stitch. So 2024 is going to be really interesting when it comes to keeping up with my WIPs instead of starting things constantly. My next WIP is the Floral Alphabet Sampler. This is by Tinsel Cross Stitch. I'm going to post a picture of the cover here and then where I was at. I did work on this yesterday because it's one of my picks for January, my WIP Go. So this is my sampler priority project for this year. I'm going to try and crank out most of it in January. I don't know how that'll go, but that's kind of the plan. So this is where the project was sitting at the end of 2023. I think I put in like 300 stitches yesterday, so we'll just show you what it looks like then. And it's still in my stitchy spot. So at the point that it was 6.2% done, and it is stitched on 32 count Blue Ridge linen from Atomic Ranch. And I started that July 11th. It was a very on a whim start. I saw someone tag me in a Pickle Whip project post that they did, and I've never seen this project before, and it was just so pretty and the colors were incredible. So I started it immediately from stash. So I love it so much. The colors are gorgeous. I'm not very far into it, but it's really fun to stitch. Next up was one of my Christmas in July starts in 2023. The other one was finished, so already got that done. So this is my only July Christmas WIP currently. It is Santa's Trips by Barbara Anna. I just love all the little squares and like, I don't know, it's just really cute. I started this July 18th, 2023. I'm 6.2% complete, and this is done on 32 count dirty linen by Zweigart. And this is my priority Christmas project currently. I'm gonna try and work on this out of season just because it is such a large project. But I'll probably have to work on it outside of the designated Christmas months. But I absolutely love it. These colors are incredible. Barbara Ann always just has really good colors. So there's that. The next project on my WIP list is Quaker Gardens. This is from Hello from Liz Matthews. I don't have one to show you right now. This is the round robin that I'm doing with my friends. We have Cameron, Bridgen, Megan, Alexis from Alexis My Amazing World. We have Maddie from Kitty Stitch on Instagram, and then we have Elizabeth from Frizzy Lizzie Stitches. There are 7 flowers in this project, and there's 7 of us. So we decided to do a round robin. Everyone picked their own fabric and floss, and we're kind of just sending it around. I, however, wanted everyone to stitch their flower in the color that they chose for their project. So mine has like all the colors on it, and it's really awesome. We are approaching a finish on that, which is really exciting. I think we should be done by March or April. And then I'll get my project back and I'll finish out the bottom part of it and then have a completed project that all of my friends have stitched on. It is so exciting. So I don't have anything to show you yet, but I will definitely be posting and sharing that on my Flosstube whenever I get it back. So I'm really excited to see it in person. My next WIP is Salem Sisters Apothecary. This is by Primrose Cottages. I started this August 8th of 2023. I am 24% done, and I'm stitching this on a Jackson Fiber Arts. Fabric Arts. 32 count. Hopefully you can read that. This fabric is gorgeous. I love it so much. That's where I am. This is my priority Halloween project. Like I said, I'm about 24% done. I feel like I could probably finish this in a couple of weeks if I just sit down and do it. So I do want to finish this year though. Next up, I have Monarch Quaker. This was a Patreon exclusive pattern from Yasmin's Made with Love. It has a yellow butterfly on it, which is really symbolic with me and my family. You know, I mentioned my late cousin earlier, so anything with yellow butterflies just like makes me think of her. So when I saw this, I immediately knew I had to start it. It's so gorgeous. I started this August 19th of 2023. I'm 6.6% through. And this is done on 36 count doubloon by Picture This Plus. It's so pretty. I did recently work on this for a Pickle Whip, and I was able to get a couple hundred stitches done on it. So I'm really excited to watch this project grow next year. I've really gotten into Quakers. I think they're fun. Now we're going to get into October WIPs from last year. Well, I guess it is last year. Oh my god, 2023 is last year. I did the hashtag 13 WIPs of Halloween. So I only had like 1 or 2 Halloween projects, like WIP wise. So you already saw Salem Sisters Apothecary, but then I started a lot of other ones. So we'll go through that now. First up, I have All Are Equal. This is by Modern Folk Embroidery. I saw a post on Instagram of someone who used variegated DMC to make the vines like ombre out. It was so gorgeous. I was like, I'm gonna start that. This is done on 40 count copper penny by Atomic Ranch. Just absolutely stunning. I started this on October 2nd and I'm 5% done. I got his little pelvis and legs started. How fun is that? This fabric is so pretty. It's gonna look so good with that green floss also. Next up was an unplanned impulse start for October. This is Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. I have had my eye on this project for a while. I had the pattern in stash already, and I was going to start it eventually. However, in October, I got my fabric of the month from Bestitch Me. I'm in the club for that, and the fabric was too good. It was too good, and I was like, this would be perfect for Away We Ride, and so I started it. I did not get very far, as you'll see. So I'm stitching this on Boneyard by Bestitch Me. This is a 36 count linen. Like, tell me that's not absolutely perfect for this project. So, I just had a little bit. I'm doing my own conversion for the border colors, and I only had a little bit of floss, so I had to order some more, and by the time it came in, like, I was already on to the next start of Halloween, so I just got a little start on this so it'd be on my WIP list so I could work on it this year. I absolutely love this. Next up is Wicked Dreams by Barbara Anna. This was a new release this year, and I immediately saw it and started it. I was like, I have to. I think I bumped out another project so that this one could be included in October. I'm stitching this on a 28 count even weave. This is some fabric that my aunt sent me, so I don't know the dyer or the color necessarily, but that's the tag on it. And this is where I got. I am 12.4%. I started this October 10th of 2023. I just love the little Frankenstein and like all this stuff, and her hair is just gorgeous. So that was a must start this year. Next up is another Cameron inspired purchase. This is Lost Spirits by Birds of the Feather. I saw her finish of it and was like, that's really cute. I should probably buy it. So I bought all the supplies and started it this October. I started on October 17th, 2023, and it's on 32 count dirty linen from Zweigart. And I did do my own full floss conversion for this project, so if you're interested in knowing what any of that is, just shoot me a message or leave me a comment. I feel like this one will be like a quick finish if I just like work on it for a couple weeks. So this October is going to be so fun. Obviously, like, I have so many projects to work on, so I need to come up with like a fun little rotation or like a wheel or some kind of game to play in October so that I can like work on all these projects I started this year. My next WIP is Little Brown Bat. This is by Cottage Garden. I can't ever say it. Cottage Garden Samplings. I am 10.2% complete. I started this October 19th, and it's an on 36 count linen from Fortnite Fabrics. It was one of their buy it nows on Facebook, so it doesn't have a name, but it's so perfect. And I was able to get his little wing started. This went like really fast, even though I am doing everything 1/2 except for the wings. The black in the wings is 2/2 because the 1/2 just like wasn't as bold as I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be pretty like filled in and dramatic. So I'm doing 2/2 for that. And you can't really tell a difference when you're looking at it. Like, it doesn't really look any thicker than the 1/2. So, and I started this with a couple of the girlies in October for Halloween, for spooky season. Next up is the Haunted Mansion Halloween by Innocent Bones. She's the designer that has all those really cool like tarot cards on Etsy. I absolutely love. But I saw this and it was a pink haunted house, so I was like, okay, we're starting it. This is done on 14 count Ada that I got from Alexis. She sent me some D-stash. didn't get very much done on it. I am doing this 3 strands over 1 on this 14 count Ada. Because the Ada is pretty loose, so the 2 strands wasn't enough. Like it looked a little too sparse for my liking, so we're gonna make it really bulky. Yeah, I really love this one. I don't know if it's the 3 strands, but I feel like I was stitching a lot slower on this than some of my other projects, but who knows. It's just a fun little, it's gonna be so cute in October if I can ever get it finished. I might leave it up year round. I don't know, a pink mansion, I'm all for it. Next up, I have Starry Moth. This is from the Blue Flower. It's in one of the Halloween Just Cross Stitch magazines. I'm stitching this on 36 count Heather linen from Fiber on a Whim. And I just got the little outline border done, which in hindsight, I'm kind of mad that I did this because I saw someone just do the center part and it looked so good. So should I pick out this whole border? God, that would be so inconvenient. I don't know. I'll make the decision later on. I really like the finished product, so I'll probably just push through and do this dang border. Or I won't. We'll see. I haven't made up my mind yet. But the start that I have is the border, so that's what I'll show you today. I feel like 2024 is just going to be the year of like me just doing what I want and like doing whatever makes me happy and brings me joy. So I might pick out that whole frame and just restart in the middle and call that a day. I don't know. Next up, I have Steampunk Penelope by The Proper Stitcher. I started this October 25th. I don't know the name of this fabric, but it's just kind of like a yellow mottled fabric. And I started with her little shirt in the center there. I love it. I have Steampunk Penelope and what's her little friend's name? I don't know. I bought both of the charts and they're so cute. I just love it. I love birds and clothes. Well, birds in general, but like birds and clothes are like god tier for me. Like they're just, it's just so cute. It's just so cute. Speaking of birds, my next 2 WIPs are bird related. This one, again, is from Cam a Stitcher. She highly influences me all the time. So this is Strawberry Harvest by Cottage Garden Here I go again. Cottage Garden Samplings. I am 10.7%. This was my first project for 7 for 27 this year. I started it November 1st. It's on 32 count feldspar linen from Picture This Plus. I did a center start. Loving this bird. I love stitching birds. I love strawberries. I love pink. So this really was just like the perfect me project. So I started it to kick off the 7 for 27 this year. Next up is another bird from Cottage Garden Samplings. This is the Woodpecker. I started this November 9th with Bridget, the museum stitcher, and Kate from Cross Stitch Kate for her birthday. I'm 6.4% done. And this is done on another unnamed fabric from Fortnite. This is such a good like fall project, just like the colors are so bright and bold, but it's still like fall, you know what I mean? Next up is honestly in my top 5 favorite WIPs that I have right now. I am obsessed with this project. This is Harvest Season Cucumbers by Owl Forest Embroidery, but I lovingly refer to this as my Pickle Whip. I just love it so much. I'm doing this on 28 count neutral Lugana. Oh, are you joking? I started this November 14th. I'm 23.6% done. And I'm doing a full fancy floss conversion. I love the Owl Forest embroidery flosses, but the shipping on those is just outrageous. Which, I mean, I understand the cost of the shipping and why it's so much, but I just didn't want to pay it. So I did my own color conversion, and I think it's turning out fabulous. I am obsessed. I did over 1,000 stitches in like 2 days, a day and a half on this. I just couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. And I just love it so much. I love it so much. I don't know when I'm going to pull this out again, but I really hope it's soon. I truly do. Because I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. The next project I have to show y'all was inspired by Bridget, the museum stitcher. She showed her finish of this on her channel, and I immediately purchased the pattern. And I did start it for my birthday this year for my 7 for 27. This is the Scissor Sampler by Tellin Emblem. I started this November 16th, 2023. And this is done on a 14 count unnamed Ada from Fortnite. So beautiful. These colors are stunning, even though there are so many. There are so many colors in this, but the effect is gorgeous. Me and these birds, y'all, like, I just love stitching birds. Like, I don't know what it is. I've never, like, had an affinity towards birds or, like, art about birds, but something about cross stitch and birds. It's a beautiful combination. Speaking of birds, my next project is Birds to the Boughs by Lindy Stitchy. Lindy Stitches. Yeah, I think it's Lindy Stitches. I always get Lindy Stitches and Bendy Stitchy. I always just mix up those names. But anyway, I started this on November 22nd, 2023. 4.9% done. And this is done on 32 count, the called for this project. I don't remember what it is. Maybe Silver Moon? That would make sense. This is huge. It's huge. I was not expecting the stitch count. I bought the digital pattern and I looked at it and I was like, yeah, like, that's a decent sized project, but like, you know, whatever. No, I put it into my pattern keeper and it was a lot, but I started it anyway because the colors in this are just so dreamy. It's so bright and beautiful and I love it so much. I'm so glad I started it. Next up is Sarah Moon 1791. This is a reproduction sampler by the Stitchy Box. I started this on November 27th, which was the full moon of November. I started this with Megan, Bridget, and Cameron. I do a lot of things with them. Anyway, so this is our full moon project. So we plan to work on this every full moon. So it'll have consistent progress on it, hopefully. And I'm doing another one of Cameron's beautiful floss conversions. So she did a kind of whimsy goth conversion for Sarah Moon, which is just so amazing and it's so beautiful. And obviously, like, I copy everything she does, so naturally I was gonna follow along. Anyway, I'm doing this on 40 count truffle from Picture This Plus. And this is where I am. It's so beautiful. I think that's a pretty good representation of the fabric. Truffle is one of those that's like really hard to photograph. Like, it always looks kind of brown, but it's definitely pink. Like, it's a pink fabric. And it looks so good with that neon green and this navy. I'm so excited to just see these colors come to life. It is still in the Q-Snap because, like I said, I work on this monthly, and it was one of my Pickle Whip projects. So I work on this pretty consistently, so I just kept it in my little Q-Snap. So we're getting into my December WIPs. So pretty close to the end, y'all. Thanks for sticking around, getting through it if you're still here. But next up is going to be Cat Crazy by My Big Toe. I started this December 1st at the Jingle Ball, which was so much fun. I'm doing this on 36 count Oaken by Picture This Plus. I'm doing a color conversion for this as well. Just like from Stash. I feel like this will be really quick to finish. But as you can see, I just have F Crazy on there and one little cat. I was able to do that in one day at the Jingle Ball, so that was pretty cool. The next project is another one I started at the Jingle Ball. This is the Retro Advent Baubles by Stitch Rovia. I had tried to finish this this year, but December is just such a crazy year, and I traveled a lot for the holidays, so I had a lot less time than I originally thought I was going to. So I didn't get it finished, but I got a lot of it done. I'm 55.2% done with this, and it's done on 16 count black Aida with just the called for DMC. So I got up to 10 completely finished. Well, no, well, 9 still needs some filling. I'm lying to y'all. No, I got a decent amount done. And it was really fun and really bright and really beautiful. It did really eat up all of my time in December, the stitchy time that I did have. I was really trying to finish this. Unfortunately, these baubles are a lot harder to keep up with than I originally thought. Like, I thought it was going to be like a cute, quick little 30-minute thing every day. Unfortunately not. These are a little bit bigger, and it did take a little bit more time. And then so like once I got behind one day, it just kind of snowballed. But I love it. I love this, and I'm glad that it's on my WIP list. I did want to end the year with 50 WIPs because I was really close, and I thought like 47, 48 was just like an awkward number, so I might as well just get to 50. So I did plan to start another project in December, but that was contingent on me finishing this, and I didn't. So that's fine. I'll just finish this next year. Well, this year. Dang it. I'm gonna finish this year. Probably work on it, you know, in July for Christmas in July, and then maybe get to start my other Christmas project later. But that's neither here nor there. That's a later time issue. Hello, later time. I'm losing steam, y'all. I'm glad we're almost done. I get extra silly goofy after I've been recording for a while. But anyway, this is the Retro Advent Baubles. I love the colors. It's so bright, so beautiful, and I can't wait to have this done and on my wall for Christmas. Next up was supposed to be my birthday start. However, I didn't start on my birthday. I had ordered, well, didn't order. I bought fabric for my LNS that was custom cut to this project. However, there was a mix-up and it was too small. So I didn't get to start it on my birthday, which is December 3rd, but I did start it on December 4th. I traveled back to my hometown where my LNS is for work. So I was able to go into there and ask for some more fabric. So this is done on 18 count legacy. Oh, I don't even think I told you what it is. This is Coffee and Eggs by the Artsy Housewife. It is so fun and so beautiful. I'm doing it on 18 count legacy by Picture This Plus. And I am 6% done. It's going to be so cute and so funky and just so fun. I just love this pattern. And I am doing the called for fancy floss, I think, for the most part. Maybe not. I think I did do some conversions. Because I think some of it is weeks, like it's called for weeks. So anyway, I just swapped those out for probably the Gentle Art. But if you're interested in my colors, let me know and I'll show y'all. Next up is another big one. This is No Time Like the Present by Modern Folk Embroidery. This is the 2024 year-long stitch-along. I'm not going to keep up with it. I tried that one year and it just didn't work. So I did start this early. I didn't wait till January 1st. I actually started this December 6th of 2023. I am stitching it on Persimmon by Fiber on a Whim, 20 count Aida, which I'm loving. It's my first 20 count Aida project. I'm just, my life's changed. I just love it so much. I'm 1.8% done, and I'm doing just 2 colors of DMC, a pink and an orange. So it got me a good little start on it. It's so pretty. This fabric is just gorgeous, and I'm really into pink and orange. Like, it's my favorite color combo right now, so I just love it. I wasn't going to start this originally, but then I got talking to the girlies, and Cameron's also starting it. We started it on the same day, I think. So I got to looking at color combos and I saw pink and orange and I was like, perfect. And it really just solidified the fact that I wanted to stitch this. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh my God. That's my start on that. Like I said, I'm 1.8% done. So I'll be done in probably 5 years, but that's okay. Next up is going to be arranging ornaments. This is by Ink Circles. This was their 2023 Jingle Ball exclusive pattern. And I fell in love with it. I'm so glad that I attended the Jingle Ball, and it was really fun. And I got to just meet a bunch of really cool people and like chit chat. It was great. But another great thing that comes out of Jingle Ball are exclusive patterns. So I started this. I got a pretty good way in. This is on 36 count Picture This Plus gingerbread. I started this December 15th. I'm 29% done. And I'm doing it with the called for fancy floss, except for the brown. They didn't have it in stash, LOL. The LNS didn't have it in stock. They don't have stash, they have stock. Anyway, so I just picked like a deeper, richer brown. I think that looks better on this fabric anyway. So it worked out perfectly. I really, really loved working on this. Another project for me to work on in July. The next WIP I have to show y'all is the December Quaker, and this is from the heart. I started this on a 40 count. I think whatever the call for was, it came with the pattern. I started this on December 27th. It is kind of a sad little start. So I normally like to get more of a start, but that just wasn't happening. Like I said, December's really busy in general, and so I didn't have a lot of time to spend on this, but I did get a little bit in, and that way it'll be a little bit easier for me to work on, because I feel like starting is like the hardest, like finding out where you're going to put your first stitch and getting all that in. So this has kind of anchored me, so I'll have a starting off point whenever I pick this back up. Again, it's for December, but I feel like there's a lot of the motifs I could do outside of December that won't make me feel like it's December. You know what I mean? So it's really pretty. I did just pick a green and a pink fancy floss from stash, and that's the plan for that one. The next project is one that's very near and dear and special to me. This is Two Birds, One Tree by Modern Folk Embroidery. This is my BFF sell with Cameron. Bridget actually is the one who introduced me to this floss, and actually sent me the fabric for my birthday. So it's a BFF sale that me and Cameron are doing together, but Bridget had a big part of this project also. So, oh God, here it is. So this is stitched with Fiesta by Color and Cotton, which is a beautiful orange and pink variegated floss. And then this fabric was sent to me by Bridget. It's so beautiful, and it works perfectly with this project. So I started this on December 29th. I'm 5.1% complete with it. And I just love it so much. I just love it so much. Apart from the fact that it's pink and orange, which is my favorite color combo, and the fact that I'm stitching it with Cameron, my soul sister, I just love it. It's just cute, and it's perfect, and it's beautiful and wonderful. So I love it so much. Last but not least, this is my 50th WIP, and the last one in this parade. This is Needles Dancing. It is so pretty. I kitted this up last January, actually, when I was in Denver, Colorado, and it's just been sitting, and I totally forgot about it, to be completely honest. I kitted up with the 32 count Blue Moon. Yeah, 32 count Blue Moon Lugana that it was called for, and all of the called for flosses for it. Here's this. I didn't get a lot done. I didn't have a lot of time because I did have to get this in before the new year, since I'm limiting my starts. So this technically is my new year new start, even though I started it on December 30th. I'm counting it, okay? So I had planned on a different project for my new year new start. Well, new-ish year new start. I had another project in mind. However, I still needed to get fabric, and I still needed to buy the pattern. So I just was thinking and I was like, wait, I have some kitted up projects. So I was really, really excited to start that one. And it's just kind of, I just kind of was saving it for what, I don't know, but I found the perfect opportunity to start it. So that is my 50th WIP. That's crazy. I have 50 WIPs. I definitely want to get that number down next year. Just a couple of my 2024 plans. I did go over some of this in my last Flosstube, but if you're new here, you might want to know some of my plans. Like I said, I have 12 priority categories, and there's a project in each one of those. So I think that'll help me narrow down what I want to work on. I do have those categories put on my WIP Go board, so I am doing WIP Go. So whenever I pick, or WIP Go is called, whatever category is called, I will take the priority project that's slated in that category and work on it for that month. The goals are a little looser, like I'm not really picking a goal until it is called and I know what project it is, because depending on the project, you know, the goal might be different, depending on what my life is looking like and what other things I have going on. You know, that changes throughout the year. So I left my goal spot empty for WIP Go, and I'm just going to fill that in as I go and work on my priority projects for WIP Go. I'm also doing my Pickle Whip game. I pull prompts on the 1st and the 15th. So that's 2 times a month, 2 projects a month. And I'll work on it for those 2 weeks in between draws. And then apart from the WIPs, I'm going to limit my starts. So I will have a quarterly start, so a free start no matter what, once a quarter. And then I have the ability to earn starts throughout the year. I feel like I want to get my WIP list down a little bit. So for every 2 finishes, I get 1 start. And I think that'll help me and motivate me to finish some more things this year. And, you know, just like spend more time with the projects I already have, and like take that time to be grateful and to show my appreciation for the supplies and the projects I already have going. It's going to be fun and it's going to be challenging. That's the big part. It is going to be challenging because I love starting things. I really do. If you can't tell. Finishing is not my strong suit so far. But again, I've only been stitching for about 1.5 years. So I feel good about my amount of finishes for then. I guess that time frame. But yeah, we're going to spend 2024 focusing on finishing things instead of buying things and starting things. So let me know down below what you plan to do for 2024, if you have any specific plans or if you're just going to kind of go with the flow. Please let me know if you are going to join in on Pickle Whip, or if you're stitching on any of the WIPs that I have. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end if you did. I just wish you all the happiness and all the stitching and all the joy in 2024, and do something this week that fills your cup and brings you joy and makes you happy. And until next time, bye.